All right, when you're shading teeth in a mouth, you never want to shade or just draw a line in between the teeth. You want to shade the gums or the space in between and then the edges of the teeth. So I'll kind of explain that. So I'm going to just kind of really quickly sketch out some teeth here. And I'm going to just focus on the top teeth right now. So Isaiah specifically, this is what I'm talking about, okay? So you have your teeth, right? But you don't want to just draw a line. If you do that, it's too simple and too straight. So what we're going to do is actually shade the space in between. So in this mouth that I'm looking at, up here you do see a little bit of gum, and it's darker where it looks like it's under shadow. So I'm going to go darker, fade down and get lighter, change my pressure nice and lightly. And then you have to kind of shade the edges of the teeth. So here's a tooth here. Get really light with it. And then I'm going to shade the teeth underneath, like the bottom teeth, because these top teeth look like they sit on top a little bit. And then again, shade this space in between the next tooth and this tooth. So nice and lightly, kind of build that up. And you can add a little value on the teeth as well, but you just don't want them to get too dark, okay? So again, shade the space in between. Up at the top is a little bit darker because it's in shadow from that upper lip. And then I'm going to lighten that line up a little bit. Some of the lines you don't even have to draw all the way in. They can be implied, meaning you don't have to draw them, but they look like they connect. See how I didn't connect that completely there? And then maybe this tooth needs a little bit of value on it. Nothing too crazy. You don't want to get too dark on teeth because then they start looking like they're gross. Like you need to brush your teeth. Shading the teeth underneath it. Those are in shadow, so those teeth can be a little bit darker. And then let's do one more for up top here. So I'm going to get really dark at the top where it's in shadow. Get lighter as I come down. Have an implied line there. Shade underneath this tooth. The more you can get rid of outlines and just focus on value, the better these look. And then maybe this needs to be in a little bit of shadow, so I'm going to add a little bit of value on this tooth. Okay. If you do have a blending stick, you can go in and kind of add to it. Do that. This will add kind of like a nice soft touch, or use your Q-tip and kind of blend in. Check out these teeth. Look how they start looking more 3D. The minute you add just a little bit of value on them, they're not all pure white, right? But they're all not going to be shaded either. There's going to be highlights. And then shade the space in between. If a tooth lays in front of another tooth, put a shadow on it. Shade the gums in between, shade the teeth below. And you don't have to draw the lines nice and dark. Remember, we can leave implied lines, meaning they don't all the way connect. Our mind can figure that out for us. You don't have to lay out every detail for everyone. So that's kind of how you do teeth, okay? Hope that helps.